Hi designers! Welcome back to my channel Dylan Design. Today I'm going to be taking this basic canvas pouch and doing a fun word art on one side and a cute paw print design on the other. This can be a great everyday pouch for yourself or a gift for someone else. If you're interested in making it, follow along with me. So for my materials today, I'm going to be using the Cricut Everyday Iron-On Vinyl. And this is a variety pack that actually came with my Cricut machine, but I'm going to be using the black in this pack. And then I got this canvas pouch from Michaels, so that's what I'm going to be using for the pouch. And I have the green standard grip Cricut mat. I have another cutting board, and then I'm going to be using my Cricut machine with the fine point blade. Here we're starting off in Cricut Design Space, and I'm just creating some squares that are going to serve as our visualization of the canvas pouch. Now obviously we're not cutting this, it's just to help me have an idea of where the design is going to go. And then I'm changing the zoom so we can see both sides at once. So first we're going in and creating the text, and I'm using the font Carlson Graphic or Graphique, and I'm just typing out the words "I work hard" so my dog can have a better life. And then we're changing the dimensions of that to 5 by 7 so it fits on our canvas pouches, which are 7.75 by 9.75. And then I'm going in and I've already uploaded this design, and I'm just putting it onto the other side of the canvas pouch, and that's going to be a 5 by 5. And then make sure you align horizontally and vertically. And then, as I said, I'm just going to delete those squares. So the first step that I'm going to be doing is measuring out my actual vinyl pieces. So I know that it's going to be a 5 by 5 and a 5 by 7. So I'm just going to measure it up along the 5 line on my cutting board here. And then, as I said, I know the 5 by 5. I'm going to do this one first. And then I believe that the vinyl I used was actually 12-inch strips. So as you can see here, I don't know if you can see that, it actually lines up perfectly with the 5 by 7 on this cutting board. So I have my two pieces perfectly cut. The first part we're going to be cutting is the paw print. I'm going to go ahead and line that up with the 1-in-1 on my board and then also on my mat. And when you're doing vinyl, you want to make sure that you put the shiny side down onto the mat, so it's the matte side that's up facing you. And as I said, we're going to line it up with the 1-in-1 on here. And then just make sure that that's pressed down and smooth. And then on your Cricut Design Space, you're gonna click the button that says mirror. And this is important when you're using iron-on vinyl material because you're actually going to be reversing it so it's mirrored. We're going to be using vinyl. And then for my pressure, I'm gonna go ahead and do more, because it makes it easier to weed in the long run. And I'm just loading my mat in, making sure it's all lined up. Okay, and once that's all done cutting, you can kind of see here the design. It's a little paw print, and then we're just gonna go ahead and peel this off the mat. Perfect. Alright, so So next, after the paw print, I'm going to be cutting the words onto the vinyl. So again, just make sure you have the matte side up, shiny side down, as you can see here. And then I have it lined up 1-to-1 again. And then I have the long side this way and the short side this way. Make sure it's the same for on your Cricut design space. And then I just left a little bit of overhang on each side. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it is mirrored on my Cricut design space on my laptop, so that when I go to iron it, it's flipped over. And then also, I'm going to change my pressure to more, and then I'm going to go ahead and load the mat. And then because it's vinyl, it also gives me the option to do fast mode, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So you can kind of see with the glare the words cut out. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel this off of the mat. So after those two, that's all you really need to use the Cricut for. So I have my 2 pieces of vinyl with the paw print and the words cut out. You can see when I turn it over to the shiny side that the words are there and they're actually facing the right way, so if you can read them. And same for the paw print. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to the dull side and weed out the excess that I don't need. So if you're new to the Cricut or just new to the weeding tool, you can actually take off the bottom of it here, and then if you don't like having a pile of scraps while you're in the weeding process, you can actually just put the scraps into the bottom, and then once you're done and it's all full, you can actually just scoop it back out and throw it away. So these are the finished products after it's been cut with the Cricut machine, and then I've weeded the back off with my weeding tool, so now I'm ready to iron it onto the canvas pouch. Before you start ironing, I would recommend going ahead and just lining it up and making sure you have it where you want it exactly, and the top and bottom are centered. So here we have what it's going to look like on this side, and then same for the other side. So I've lined that up, and now we're ready to actually iron on the vinyl onto the pouch. Okay. So now that we have the design stuck onto the canvas, we're actually going to go ahead and just simply iron it with a household iron and ironing board.
And we're gonna flip it over and let it cool while we do the other side. So this is the moment of truth right here. We're gonna peel off the transparent plastic that was on the vinyl that we ironed and see if it actually sticks. Ta-da! That's one side. And same for this side, we're just gonna peel it off. And it's as easy as that. Sometimes, if I just want to be safe, I'll actually go ahead and iron again, just to really seal everything in without the plastic. Now have a professional looking tote that we made ourselves with iron-on vinyl. I hope you guys had fun following along with me as I made this simple iron-on canvas pouch. If you had fun and are interested in making other crafts, feel free to check out my other videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks!